Hi, first graders. I wanted to do a quick little reading lesson for you all. So I wanted just to remind you of some things that you already know, and then we're going to start to talk about some things that might be a little bit new to you. So I wanted to remind you all about the 5-finger retell. You know how to do this and you've been doing it. You know that you need to keep track of your characters, the setting where it took place, what happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end. So when we're thinking about our 5-finger retell and we're thinking about our characters, you're thinking, how many characters were there? And what kind of characters? Were they real people? Were they a gingerbread man? What were their names? What did they do? So those are some questions you ask yourself when you're looking at characters. And when you're thinking about the setting, you're thinking about, okay, when was this? When did this take place? Where did this take place? Did it take place a long time ago, or did it happen in the future? And, where was it? Was it at a castle? Was it on a lake? Was it on a different planet altogether? So those are some of the things that you're thinking about when you're answering the question, where did the story take place? And here's something that we haven't talked too much about, but all stories really, they have a problem. There's something that the characters are trying to figure out. So there might be a problem between some people. There might be some problems just with that character's own self. There might be a problem with nature. What if there's a storm? And there might be a problem like at where the character is living. So this is society. So where they're living. And so these are some problems that could happen in the story. And so that's what we're going to really think about. Is what's the problem? And then what's the solution? A solution is the answer to the problem. So when the problem is fixed. So I know that you all got one of these papers. You're not filling this out yet. I'm going to read you a story and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all filled out. Tomorrow, you'll fill out one by yourself. So you're not filling this out yet. It's just me. So, I'm going to read you a story in just a moment, and you're going to think about, okay, who are the characters? What was the setting? What was the problem? And how was that problem fixed? What was the solution? So those are the things that you're thinking about when you're listening to this story or when you're reading stories yourself. So, I have this book called Pancakes by Eric Carle. So you're going to think about all those parts of the story. Cock-a-doodle-doo, crowed the rooster. Jack woke up, looked out the window, and thought, I'd like to have a big pancake breakfast. Okay, so there's Jack. That's what I'm thinking who Jack is. Jack's mother was already up and busy. Mother, said Jack, I'd like to have a big pancake breakfast. I'm busy and you will have to help me, she said. How can I help? Asked Jack. Well, we'll need some flour, she replied. Okay, so now we have Jack. That's one of our characters, and it looks like his mother is another character. Take a sickle and cut as much wheat as the donkey can carry. Then take it to the mill. The miller will grind it into flour. When Jack had cut enough wheat, he put it on the donkey's back and took it to the miller. Wait, why is he doing this again? What does he want? Think to yourself. Can you grind this wheat for me? He asked. I need it for a big pancake. First, we must separate the grain from the chaff, said the miller. He gave Jack a flail and spread the wheat onto the ground. The miller took another flail and began to beat the wheat with it. So they're breaking up this wheat here. Jack helped with the threshing, and soon there was a big pile of straw and chaff and a small pile of grain. So Jack wants a big pancake. That's what he's trying to make happen here. And I'm looking at the pictures and I'm thinking about, where does this look like it's taking place? The miller poured the grain on a large flat stone. On top of it was a round millstone connected to the water wheel on the outside. The water wheel turned round and round, turning the millstone round and round too, to grind the grain into flour. At last, the miller handed Jack a bag of flour. Wow. Seemed like a long time to get that flour. Here's the flour, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. Because that's what he wanted to do. But his mother said, now we need an egg. Jack went to the black hen and fed her some grain that had slipped into his pocket while he had been threshing. Cluck, cluck, said the black hen, and went inside the hen house. Then she said, cluck, cluck, once more, and laid an egg. Here's an egg, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, now we need some milk. Jack went to the spotted cow and began to milk her. Moo, moo, said the spotted cow as the milk squirted into the pail. So I'm already thinking, wow, there's a lot of things that Jack needs to do before he can get his pancake. Here's the milk, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, we need some butter. Jack got the butter churn and held it between his knees. His mother scooped the cream from the top of the milk and put it into the butter churn. Jack pushed the churn handle up and down, up and down. Finally, the cream turned into butter. Here's the butter, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, we need to build a fire. Jack went to the woodshed and brought some firewood. Here's the firewood, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, wouldn't you like to have something sweet on your pancake? So Jack went down to the cool cellar and pulled a jar of strawberry jam from one of the shelves. Okay, I wonder if he has all the things that he needs now. Here's the strawberry jam, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. In the kitchen, Jack's mother had filled the table with the flour, the egg, the milk, the butter. There was also a mixing bowl, a cup, a wooden spoon, a ladle, frying pan, a plate, a fork, a knife, and spoon, and a jar of strawberry jam. And his mother said, put a cup of flour into the bowl, break an egg into the flour and stir, pour a cupful of milk over the flour and egg and stir again until the batter is smooth without lumps. Jack's mother heated the frying pan over the fire and added a piece of butter. The butter melted fast. Then she said to Jack, now pour a ladleful of batter into the hot pan. What do you think is going to happen on this page? After a minute or two, she looked at the underside of the pancake. It was golden brown. Now watch, she said. I'll turn the pancake over. Ready? Ready, shouted Jack. Flip, said his mother. Up and over went the pancake high into the air and landed right in the pan. In another minute or two, the pancake was crisp on the underside as well. Then she slipped the pancake from the frying pan onto the plate and spread some strawberry jam on it. And now, Jack, his mother started to say, but Jack said, oh, Mom, I know what to do now. that's the end. So, my friends, we just read this story, and now I think that I'm ready to fill out my story. It's called a story map, so it's the parts of your story. So I know who my characters are. I'm thinking back, I said, okay, who are like the main characters, the ones that we heard about a lot? I'm wondering about the rooster. Is that really a main character? Is that somebody we read about, we heard a lot about? Not really. But I'm thinking Jack, he's definitely one of the characters that we heard about a lot. So I'm going to write his name down in one box. And I'm going to write the other main character that we heard a lot about was his mom. We heard a lot about Jack's mom. So I just wrote the words here. I could draw a picture, but right now I'm just writing the words. So Jack's one character, Jack's mom is the other character. Now I'm thinking about the setting. Where did this take place? I'm kind of looking at the first page even. And I'm thinking, well, some of the story took place at Jack's house. That's where he made the